I love that we're following the autonomous vehicles. But I won't talk about it. Cool. Okay, let's do this professionally with a stopwatch. I'm Az. I'm the director of TransAlliance Miami.
I'm Marta. I'm the chair and founder.
And the only thing you need to know about Miami is that it's warmer. That's it.
It's actually warmer than this room, which technically is actually cold.
End of story.
I think so.
But there's one more thing. There's one more thing. What are these?
Cars and highways. We love our cars, and we've got lots of sexy highways.
But we also have 25 miles of trains. We have nearly 800 buses, and that's what TransAlliance focuses on. We are an advocacy organization for walkable streets, bikeable neighborhoods, better public transit, and the way that we do that is with...
We get nerdy. We dig into data. We get on the ground engagement.
2 mics, 1 clicker. It's complicated. And we also have policy advocacy. You'll find us in the halls of government talking to lots of elected officials. And so our presentation is called Weird Advocacy That Worked.
And some that sadly didn't.
And weird because every campaign we do is different. Every campaign is really, really tailored, and some of them, frankly, just get a bit strange, and we'll cover some of those today. So starting with 1 year, 5 campaigns, starting with the first one, go for it.
Transit budget. Our favorite topic. So back in 2017, our county, in its infinite wisdom, decided that it wanted to slash our budget by $25 million. Not our budget, but the transit department's budget. So we did a couple things.
So we sent nearly 1,000 postcards to the mayor that said no transit cuts. We were on the street getting those postcard signs at transit stations. We got 100 people out to the budget hearings, and basically by the end of it, we stalled the budget process. Everyone was so confused because they're like, we're not voting for this budget. And then the attorney is like, well, you can't do that. But at the end of the day, we restored $15 million to the transit budget, and that was the first campaign we did about a year ago. And we were going to measure every campaign between didn't work and totally work. Marta, where would you place this one?
What do you guys think? It kind of, sort of, pretty much.
Yeah, it was pretty good. Not bad, not
We
bad.
didn't
not
restore
bad.
the whole thing. Didn't do 25 million, but 50 million was pretty good, and the budget hasn't been messed with since.
All right, 2 minutes. Let's keep going. Number 2, Metro Rail reliability. So remember, the little train goes through the forest, looks very pretty. Come ride it. It's a lot of fun. We built this thing with lots of dots, and Marta's going to explain what all these dots are.
Okay, green means good. Everything else is crappy service. It's just not coming on time.
So this is actually measuring every single train that goes through our main station every day, 365 days a year electronically. It was covered like all over the place. People loved it. It was so much fun. It's actually the world's first real-time public transit audit, which is pretty cool. And back to like measuring the effectiveness of this thing. Meh.
It was so-so. So the county folks are now using it because they don't have any other real way to measure their reliability, but it didn't change anything because we didn't actually have the trains to run the service that we need to run and that we're paying for.
Gotta have trains to run transit.
Yeah.
Okay, number 3. This one's great. It's called the Everglades Highway because, of course, Miami. Look, Everglades, let's put a highway there. this is not a joke. We're building a highway in the Everglades, right? So we're like, we should do something about this.
Just for clarification, the Everglades is federally protected wetlands.
That's true. So we built this website that promotes it in a very satirical fashion. And the best thing about it is that one of our advocates, William Moose, he wrote a song, and we're going to play you that song. You can sing along if you want. All right, go for it. All right. That's good. That's good. So
another sexyhighway.com, you can see all the tantalizing details of this campaign.
And you guys can guess this one, all right? It's a pretty good song, but what do you think? Are we building a highway in the Everglades?
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah, of course we would. Nothing can stop that, guys. Come on. It's just Miami. All right, number 4. We're around 5 minutes. When the problem is absolutely everything, which I'm sure you've experienced at some point. That's why we have this thing, and it's called a mobility scorecard. And Marta, you want to explain what it is?
So it's basically a report card. We sat there, we measured, we put together everything, every single part of our transit system into one piece of paper, never done before in our county, and gave it all a grade. The folks that received this report card weren't quite so happy with us.
But I think you will be quite happy. So there's copies in the corner over there. You can pick some up. And basically, it created one clear conversation for the first time in our county on like what the issues are, how to solve them, what's going on. And yeah, pick one up and tell us what you think. We'd love to talk about it. Between didn't work and totally worked.
What do you guys think? So
it worked pretty well.
We got to have conversations we would never have otherwise had if we had been very constructive and very positive.
All right, 6 minutes. Okay, when your problem is a collapsing bus system, which we most certainly have and don't enjoy, we did a 5-week study called Where's My Bus, where we went over all of the various aspects of the bus system and why it's collapsing. And these are some of our routes, these beautiful things. They are available for purchase at the door, framed, beautiful posters here. Absolutely genius. I mean, I know you can't recognize the genius here because you guys might live in a place where you don't have this, but trust me, look at this. Irreplaceable. Anyways, there were 4 solutions at the end of the campaign, and then same measurement.
This one really worked. This led us to what we are doing now, which is the country's first advocacy-led bus redesign.
Yeah, so when we presented it to the commission, long story short, we said, you should do a bus system redesign. And they're like, you guys know what you're doing. You should do a bus system redesign. We're like, okay, fine. Let's all do a bus system redesign. So it's the first advocacy-led redesign in the country. We're on the cusp of it. It might happen. We're quite excited about it. You can find out more about it at transalliance.miami/better. And that's it for us, essentially. Just one more thing. You wanna say what this is?
No, that's all you. But before we go, thank you to Livable Streets for having us and for Transit Center for getting us here. Really appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you so much to you guys too for listening to stories from Miami. And on December 14th, if you want to keep in touch and if you want to see what we're up to, there's of course our website, but I will be riding the bus for 24 hours straight, midnight to midnight, in support of many things, but mainly fixing the bus system. You can follow that live, starting at midnight. So at midnight, I need some friends. Please log onto your computer and track our little campaign. But thank you so much.